The Fifth Amendment to the United States Constitution is one of the most well-known and widely invoked protections in the Bill of Rights. Ratified on December 15, 1791, it establishes crucial legal safeguards against government abuse, wrongful prosecution, and self-incrimination. The amendment states, "No person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime unless on a presentment or indictment of a grand jury, except in cases arising in the land or naval forces or in the militia, when in actual service in time of war or public danger. Nor shall any person be subject for the same offence to be twice put in jeopardy of life or limb, nor shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself, nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. Nor shall private property be taken for public use without just compensation." The Fifth Amendment has its roots in English common law, particularly the opposition to forced confessions and arbitrary punishments under monarchical rule. One of its earliest inspirations came from the Magna Carta 1215, which emphasized due process and protection against unjust imprisonment. The English Bill of Rights, 1689, further reinforced these ideas, prohibiting excessive government interference in legal proceedings. During the American Revolution, the colonists experienced harsh and unfair legal treatment under British rule, including forced confessions and unjust trials. Many were detained without proper charges, leading the Founding Fathers to create strong constitutional protections. The Fifth Amendment was written to ensure that individuals could not be forced to incriminate themselves, face double jeopardy, or lose property without fair compensation. One of the amendment's most famous provisions is the right against self-incrimination, commonly known as pleading the fifth. This clause prevents the government from coercing confessions or forcing individuals to testify against themselves in court. It has been central to landmark cases such as Miranda v. Arizona, 1966, which led to the creation of Miranda rights, the requirement that suspects must be informed of their right to remain silent and have legal counsel. Another critical protection is double jeopardy, which ensures that a person cannot be tried twice for the same crime. This prevents the government from using repeated trials as a form of harassment or punishment. The Supreme Court has upheld this principle in cases like Benton v. Maryland, 1969, ruling that the Fifth Amendment applies to both federal and state governments. The Due Process Clause is another cornerstone of the Fifth Amendment, ensuring that no person can be deprived of life, liberty, or property without fair legal procedures. This principle has been instrumental in shaping civil rights cases, including Brown v. Board of Education, 1954, which ruled that racial segregation in schools violated due process and equal protection under the law. The Takings Clause, often referred to as eminent domain, guarantees that the government cannot take private property for public use without providing just compensation. This has been the subject of many legal disputes, such as Kalo v. City of New London, 2005, which controversially expanded the government's power to seize property for economic development. Over the years, the Fifth Amendment has been at the heart of criminal justice reform, property rights debates, and discussions about government accountability. Some critics argue that law enforcement and prosecutors sometimes exploit legal loopholes, particularly through plea bargaining and asset forfeiture. Others believe that the Miranda ruling has weakened criminal investigations by making it harder to obtain confessions. Despite these debates, the Fifth Amendment remains one of the most important legal protections in the U.S. Constitution. It continues to serve as a check on government power, ensuring that individuals are treated fairly, protected from self-incrimination, and given due process under the law. It is a reminder that justice must be balanced with constitutional rights, safeguarding citizens from abuses of authority.